Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
One person is dead and another seriously hurt after a rush hour crash. Investigators look into what caused the wreck. A new Rockford area nonprofit announces its Diamond Series. The organization will hold an annual gala featuring local success stories across a variety of industries. And it's Cinco de Mayo. We take a look at how some local businesses are expecting a big boost from the day. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Eric Wilson is off. We now know the name of the woman killed in a crash Thursday evening. She's 43-year-old Veronica Cortez. First responders were called to Mulford Road between Spring Creek and Guilford for a two-vehicle crash around 5. Both drivers suffered serious injuries. Cortez and an 80-year-old man were both taken to the hospital. Cortez died a short time later. At last check, the man was in critical condition. Mulford Road was closed for hours to clean up the area. Rockford police are investigating the crash. A Rockford man learns how long he'll spend behind bars for killing a Chicago rapper. 24-year-old Colton Kennecker was sentenced to a total of 32 years in prison. He had faced up to life in prison. In 2019, William Pickering, also known as Billy the Kid, was found dead in a field in rural Winnebago County. He'd been beaten to death. Kennecker, along with William Arzadi and Dakota Grath, hit him in the head with a baseball bat several times. The group then dumped his body in a field. Graff was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Arzadi was also found guilty of first-degree murder and was sentenced to natural life, but never showed up for trial and is still on the loose. The state's assault weapons ban is back in effect, at least until another legal outcome's announced. A federal judge in Chicago put a hold on last week's ruling, blocking the new law. The judge agreed to temporarily stay the ruling because the case is being reviewed by the 7th District Court of Appeals. That court had previously declined to block the ban. Governor Pritzker signed the ban on assault weapons sales into law in January, but legal challenges have prevented it from being enforced. The sponsors of the law are celebrating the reversal.
To me, that was a very good sign, and certainly positive that at this moment the law is still fully in effect in Illinois, and we're restricting the sale of these assault weapons, these weapons of war throughout the state.
Governor Pritzker also praised the ruling out of the Court of Appeals. In a tweet, he said, "With these dangerous weapons off the streets, we can breathe a sigh of relief on the right side of history." Sentencing dates are set for the so-called ComEd 4 convicted in a bribery scheme involving then House Speaker Michael Madigan. A judge set 4 separate sentencing dates for next January. Co-defendant Michael McLean is scheduled to be the first sentence. That's January 11th. That's 3 months before he goes on trial along with Madigan on separate charges. Former ComEd CEO Ann Pramaggiore is scheduled for sentencing January 16th. John Hooker is scheduled to be sentenced January 25th, and Jay Doherty's sentencing is set for January 30th. The jury found all the defendants guilty of every charge they faced. Some users of Intuit's TurboTax will soon get money as part of a settlement with the software maker. Intuit was accused of misleading people, steering those eligible for the IRS free file program to pay for TurboTax products instead. The $141 million settlement was signed by the attorneys general of all 50 states. The people affected used TurboTax to file their taxes between 2016 and 2018. They will be contacted by email, and checks will be mailed throughout the month of May. A state-line nonprofit is honoring people from Rockford who've moved on to achieve great success in their careers. It's part of the launch of Founders Commission, a new nonprofit in the region. Its Diamond Series will shine a light on people from Rockford who've gone on to make big names for themselves. For the first event, the region's aerospace industry will be highlighted with special guest Lieutenant Commander Michael Andrews. Andrews is a U.S. Navy Top Gun instructor and Rockford native. Founders Commission plans to present new featured guests to the community each year.
We want them to meet with the business community. We certainly want them to engage with the schools, just in any possible way that they can while they're home, to just bring inspiration and hope to people that you can do anything coming from this city.
Diamond's Top Gun Gala will be hosted by Emory Air June 15th. ESPN SportsCenter anchor and Roscoe native Nicole Briscoe will emcee the event. It's Cinco de Mayo, which means many Mexican restaurants and food trucks will be extra busy today. Our Nikel Delgado met with two Rockford business owners. Nikel, this is a big day for them.
That's right, Mimi. 100 million people in the U.S. are expected to celebrate Cinco de Mayo today with drinks and, most importantly, food. Local Mexican restaurants say this day kicks off their start to the summer season.
They get it mixed up. They think Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day, but it's actually not.
Cinco de Mayo commemorates Mexico's victory over the French in 1862 in Puebla. While this day is not celebrated throughout Mexico, the taco shop 815 owner Christian Petera says days like this gives local Mexican businesses a big economic boost.
It's pretty cool that here they took that little holiday from Mexico and blew it up, and it helps the Mexican businesses, the Mexican stores.
In fact, Cinco de Mayo is the busiest day of the year for both the taco shop 815 and Cantina Taco, which means double the amount of prep work.
On Cinco de Mayo, we usually prep double the portions that we usually prep for a regular day, and we'll probably sell out by like 5, 6 today. I wish we could prep more, but we can't keep everything. The trailer's real small, so we don't have no space.
And almost tripling in sales.
It's anywhere from double to triple our sales on a normal day. And it being a Friday, which is one of our busiest days regardless, so it's definitely going to be a fun day for us today.
Both owners hope the community will continue to embrace the Mexican culture and its food.
They go out, have drinks, have food, support their local restaurants, so it's a good thing for the community.
We can definitely feel the support of the people on a day like this.
The taco shop 815 will set up in Forest Plaza tomorrow, and Cantina Taco will be at DC Estate Winery in South Beloit on Sunday. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nikel. The Secretary of Homeland Security is at the southern border as a surge of migrants is expected coming up. The reason some lawmakers are warning the end of Title 42 border policy could be disastrous.
And temperatures made their way up into the upper 70s here today across the board. 77 degrees officially so far in Rockford. Another warm weekend in store, but also brings some storm chances. I'll be timing those out coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The COVID-19 global health emergency is over. The World Health Organization made that announcement today. The WHO first declared the coronavirus an international crisis in January 2020. But the agency points out the pandemic isn't over. Thousands of people are still dying from the virus every week, and there have been recent spikes in cases in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. COVID-19 killed at least 7 million people worldwide. It's also caused an estimated 764 million cases globally. Here in the U.S., the public health emergency declaration is set to expire next Thursday. With a surge of migrants expected soon, Secretary Mayorkas is at the southern border to talk about the Biden administration's contingency plans. But lawmakers are warning the end of Title 42 border policy could be disastrous, and some are proposing legislative solutions. Washington, D.C. correspondent Hannah Brandt breaks down the latest.
The border is not open. It has not been open, and it will not be open subsequent to May 11th.
But on May 11th, agents will lose their ability to quickly expel migrants under Title 42. That's expected to bring a flood of people trying to cross the border.
We are facing very, very challenging times. There's no question about that. And we have been preparing for these challenging times for quite some time, and we're ready.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas spent 2 days touring the border and outlining the Biden administration's plans for the surge, including deploying troops and added resources to speed up migrant processing.
We are building lawful pathways, and we are delivering consequences for those who do not use those meaningfully accessible pathways.
But lawmakers, especially Republicans, are critical of those preparations, saying steps like deploying troops won't actually solve the problem.
An empty symbolic gesture. They can't actually enforce immigration laws.
Now a bipartisan group, including Senator John Cornyn, want to pass a bill giving the Biden administration temporary power to expel migrants, similar to Title 42.
There has to be some level of deterrence. That is, the signal has to be sent that if you come, you won't be successful. You have to come through legal channels.
But unless the bill passes soon, the Biden administration is stuck bracing for the end of Title 42 and looking to lawmakers for long-term solutions.
We urge Congress to fix our broken immigration system.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
It was a beautiful day to end the work week. When we come back, Jordan tells us about a warmer weekend and the potential for rain and possibly storms. That's coming up next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, some bright sunny skies today allowed for our temperatures to warm all the way up into the 70s in a few spots and into the upper 70s in a few spots early, I should say. Our SkyTrack camera up in the Poplar Grove Airport showing off some of those blue skies, but clouds now beginning to fill in, and that's what we look at here with satellite and radar as well. Off to the west, there is some activity going on across parts of Iowa, but nothing here locally other than a few spottier showers trying to show up on radar. Nothing quite reaching the ground though, because our dew points are a little bit on the lower side. Many dew points are down around in the 40s. In Janesville, our dew point in the 30s. So this is a very warm, very comfortable afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s, relative humidity not too high, down around 30% in many spots. However, later on this weekend, it's going to be a lot warmer, and those muggier conditions begin to return to the area, along with some storm chances as well. Overnight tonight, temperatures do not fall very far, only back down into the 50s. 55 degrees for our overnight low, a chance for an isolated shower, possibly a rumble of thunder or two during the overnight. Higher coverage comes in once we get into tomorrow morning, and that's the first of 2 rounds of storms that could be coming in during the day tomorrow. That first one very early in the morning, we get a lull for the afternoon and in the evening, and then once again another chance for some storms as we get into the overnight hours going into late tomorrow. Very similar temperature profile for tomorrow than what we had today, maybe a touch cooler down in the mid 70s. Futurecast, this is what we're looking at here for the rest of the evening. Some spottier showers early into the overnight, but then as we get into the morning tomorrow, that's when that line of showers does come in. We get some dry time for the afternoon, then that second round of storms comes in for the evening tomorrow. Some of these spottier showers and storms could have some severe potential, mainly damaging winds and some small hail going to be the main threats with those. As we get into Sunday afternoon, temperatures warm, maybe not quite as warm as what Futurecast is suggesting, but I do think many spots in the mid 80s is going to be very possible once we get into the afternoon on Sunday. Not quite to 90 degrees like the Futurecast there is trying to show, but we get those much warmer temperatures allowing for once again to fuel some storms. So this is what we're looking at here for the weekend. Some storm chances at least early into tomorrow morning. Then we get that lull in the afternoon, ramping back up into the overnight hours going into Sunday. And then once again, that lull for the afternoon, ramping up as we get into the evening and overnight hours going into Sunday night. So these storm threats are going to be mainly focused in the late evening and overnight hours over the next few days. But this is what the Storm Prediction Center has. A level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather, mainly focused west of Interstate 39, both on Saturday, a little bit stretched further to the east on Sunday, and a level 2 risk further off across parts of Iowa. Those warmer temperatures sticking with us as we're going to be well above normal for much of this week ahead, all the way up into the 70s and even into the low 80s for one of those days. 75 and then 83 on Sunday, 78 Monday with storm chances, and then we get get much sunnier conditions, temperatures back in the 70s for the middle of the week.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Reagan's in next with sports. The IceHogs are saying farewell to their season. We'll hear final thoughts from some of the players coming up.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
We are 125 days away from the first kickoff of the NFL season. Not that anyone's counting, though. And today marks the start of the Bears rookie minicamp. A lot of excitement circling around Hallis Hall this week. Take a listen.
Obviously they're very juiced up, which is great. You say, ask them a question and they all say, yes, sir. You don't usually get that with the veterans, but yeah, you have to navigate that a little bit. I want them to stay on their feet, in terms of the physical part. Stay on their feet, no big collisions, making sure we're doing it the right way.
Now Cubs fans are finally getting what they want. First base prospect Matt Mervis was called up for today's series opener with the Marlins. The Cubs 2022 Minor League Player of the Year is batting .286 with 6 home runs in 24 games to start his season. The power-hitting first baseman has been doing some damage at the AAA level. A pretty quick ascent to the big leagues. Just his 3rd year in the system.
I'm actually friends with the prospect writer, and so I talked to him a bunch, and he says Cubs fans are some of the most passionate and the most knowledgeable. So they understand what's going on throughout the system, not just in the major league. So there's definitely a buzz.
It's out with the old and in with the new for a lot of teams right now as we get deeper into the playoffs, and it's the same for the Bucks. Mike Budenholzer's tenure has come to an end after 5 seasons and an NBA title. The two parted ways after Milwaukee's stunning first-round playoff loss to the Miami Heat. The Bucks became the first 1 seed to lose in the first round of the playoffs since the Bulls in 2012. They are still in a good spot to remain one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference with a new head coach, but there's some work to do with the roster this offseason. It wasn't the way the IceHogs wanted to end their season either, getting swept in the second round of the playoffs. The Hogs fell in 3 games to the Stars in a best-of-5 series in the Central Division semifinals. It culminated with a 4-2 loss in Game 3 Wednesday night. But the finisher to this season doesn't overshadow the good that came out of it. Several IceHogs players posted career bests this season in Rockford, including David Gust with 26 goals and 33 assists, Brett Seeney with 23 goals, Luke Philp with 29 goals and 24 assists, and the list goes on. We heard from the IceHogs one final time today as they said so long to the 2023 season.
Thought I had a good season personally. Ultimately, it's disappointing when you get bounced out in the playoffs like that, but I think proud of the team, proud of the guys. Made some great new friends, and I'm excited to be back next year.
I loved it here, and the reason why I wanted to come back next year is the culture here and top to bottom, coaches, GMs, through the players. It was we had such a good group, and it's toughest day of the year is today, but on the positive note, looking forward to next year for sure.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
Another warm day on the first one interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass and More. Not showing up a whole lot of rain at the moment, but later on here into the night tonight we get a complex of showers and even a few storms possible. Storms remain possible throughout much of the weekend as well. Temperatures into the upper and mid 70s, even reaching the 80s there on Sunday. Mainly going to be focused on the evening and overnight hours. A small chance for some of that to become severe at times. We dry out for the middle of the week, but temperatures in the 70s and lows in the 50s hanging with us through next week.
Looks beautiful. Thanks, Jordan. And thanks for joining us. Have a good evening.